guys, so I'm gonna do my first ever mukbang.
I say mukbang, most people say mukbang.
Mukbang. Okay, so we are having Indian tacos. If you have never had an Indian taco, you are definitely missing out because it is delicious. So I left one of my breads undressed so you guys could see kind of what it looks like. It is a dough and it's deep fried. That's all you really need to know.
Greatest thing ever.
It's the greatest thing ever. And then you add taco meat to chili, put that on top, and then just all the taco fixing, lettuce, tomato, onion, sour cream, some nacho cheese.
And deliciousness is born.
Born.
And I have a oh no, I grabbed the wrong drink. I wanted the blackberry, but I got cran raspberry, sparkling water. Now I'm really sad.
Because do you like cranberry?
I love cranberry.
Oh, okay. Well, then you should be good.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. And I have a Soleil.
Soleil.
Well, it's Soleil. Soleil. Blood orange sparkling water. Let's take a sip of that. Why does that sound so amazing? I was at work, and my boss was in her office, and I was in the hallway, and I cracked open a can, and she went, whatever that is, it sounds delicious.
We don't even do it with cheese cans of sauce.
Tasty. I'm going to explain this whole. When I made fry bread for Justice's birthday, Lance and Justice.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. He came, he was teaching me how to make fry bread, and this was like, he's legitimate native, so... He told me that it is not like a legitimate native fry bread unless there's a hole in it somewhere. I don't know if he was just being sick with me or if that's true. So I always put a hole in the fry bread. So,
okay. That's a weird thing to have, but okay.
Like I said, in my older age, I'm like, was he fucking just like being sick with me?
Probably. The first thing I got was like the wind of it, and it was really good.
So it's almost like a flattened out chalupa, but less doughy feeling, like, or less dusty feeling. I love chalupas, but they almost have like a like a dusty.
I've noticed that too, like kind of coat your mouth.
Yeah. So you can hear our phones beeping, going off. We put out that we wanted people to send us questions to answer for you guys on this mukbang. Oh.
You dropped a piece?
Mm-hmm.
I might have needed to grab a knife, but...
Probably. Okay.
Do you want to start first?
Sure. Let's see what I got.
Would you ever do it in a graveyard? No.
Yes.
You're nasty.
Next question we got is, how does being a vegetarian affect your social life? She was recently vegetarian, but she went back to meat because just
medical issues. Just like going out places or having people want to like invite me for dinner, they usually eat meat, and like it would be fine, you know, just like pulling meat off of something or not cooking what I'm having with the meat, but most of the time people just kind of get upset and be like, can't you just have it just this once? And always make me feel bad, so then I wouldn't eat with them. So
yeah.
Because to me, being vegetarian is not like, oh, well, I'll eat meat today because I feel like I have to.
Well, there is a new thing, though. I mean, I don't know if it's new, but what is it called? Oh, my goodness. I just heard it on the radio. And it's people who, like, try to eat mainly plant-based, but they eat meat, like, once in a while. Mm-hmm. Like, if they're, like, at, like, Thanksgiving dinner or something, they'll eat, you know, meat with their family or whatever. But I can't remember what it was called. The guy was talking about it on the radio, and I was like, oh, like, I try not to judge people for eating meat or stuff. So, like, I know people would get attacked, like, you can't call yourself a vegan or a vegetarian if you eat meat once in a great while. But for me, it's like, as long as you're mainly going plant-based, that is helping a lot. So,
like, you bought me turkey to have, and then I had chicken noodle soup while I was here, but most of the other stuff I've been having has been plant-based. So, I don't believe in judging anybody for their choices.
Yeah, and like I bought turkey for you. I was going to be like, I am not purchasing that. Like,
Yeah. Like, you know, I have to have it, so.
yeah. For me, like, work is super hard with being a vegetarian and trying to lose weight because my options that aren't meat are carbs or fruit, which is like sugar. So that's super hard. But like socially, I always just feel bad because everyone feels like they have to accommodate for me.
Yeah.
Like, my boss makes a cheese ball at our Christmas party and it has ham in it. And I was like, oh, it'd be cool if you could do one without ham. And she's like, oh, and they also have vegan cream cheese now. And it's like, no, you don't have to go that far. Like, it's just as long as there's not meat in it, it's totally fine. Like,
what's the most embarrassing thing you ever did? So not happened to you, but you've ever done. Which is kind of hard because I've done a lot of embarrassing things.
My most embarrassing thing that I've done is let a vacuum pull my skirt down when I was really upset.
I got to witness it. I forgot about it. It was so embarrassing. Oh my god, that was the best thing ever.
So I was fighting with my boyfriend, and I know I was vacuuming, but
no, I was in Laura's house, and you said David needed the vacuum from Laura's house. So you were grabbing it. And he came in the house, and you were like, here, and it fell
back. And the handle perfectly caught the top of my skirt and just took my skirt down, and I was like, great! Just bawling.
And she ran off to the room. I remember seeing your butt cheek, and that's why I laughed so hard. And then I went to the room to try to comfort you, and you were crying and laughing at the same time because you were so mad.
That sucked. That was that was super embarrassing.
Oh, I know mine. Do you think you know it? The whip. Is it that? One time we were at the park. I was like, what, 12?
I think so.
And her friend told me I had a spider on my back. And I had a weeping willow branch in my hand. And I started whipping myself because I was so scared. Then I went up to this little boy and I was like, whip it, whip me. And I was like screaming because I was so scared. I ended up ripping off my entire shirt at the park in front of everyone trying to get rid of a spider. I question if there even was one.
That would suck after all that. Yeah, you were freaked out.
I was so scared. And I just remember whipping myself.
If you could meet any celebrity and have lunch with them, who would it be and why?
That's really hard.
That is, because, like, you wouldn't want to pick someone that you had, like, a crush on or something, like, necessarily. Like, you'd want someone that you felt like you would be able to, like, have, like, a super talkative lunch and, you know, you might hit it off and become friends.
Tom Hanks? No, I love him, but I don't think I'd want to just, like, choose him. I don't know, who do you think you'd choose? Danny Phelps?
No, see, that's the thing, is like, he's super fun.
Mom.
He's like, cool, but I don't think we'd have much to talk about.
Yeah.
He's a lot older than me. He, like, lives in a completely different country. He's a lot darker than I am. Like, not skin tone.
Oh, I was like, oh, is that a problem?
I'm pretty sure he's whiter than me in that aspect. This is gonna be weird because I'm not, like, super obsessed with him.
Oh, God.
But I think I might pick Shane Dawson.
Really?
Because I feel like I would really hit it off with him, and he's so, like, accepting, and, like, I'm overweight, obviously, and he's been through that, so I feel like he wouldn't be like, ew, you're gross, you know, like, he would, like, I think we would connect on a lot of things and have a lot to talk about.
Honestly, I think I'm going to have to steal yours, too. Because I feel that way. Like, I was thinking, like, movie celebrity, and then it's like, well, Shane Dawson's a celebrity, and he's really cool. Like, him or Garrett.
Because why do people have to make others feel so bad so they can feel good?
One person comes to mind.
Well, for me, I think that, like, it stems from jealousy. Like, there's something about you that makes that person kind of jealous. Like, either, like, you have confidence or you
you're
have,
just
like,
happy.
a nice car. Yeah, you're happy. Maybe you have a great job, a good relationship or something. So then they kind of start, like, doubting themselves. But they don't like that feeling. So in order to get themselves back up, they try to convince themselves that you have something wrong. And then they just hone in on that. Like, most people, if they're going to attack me, they're like, you're fat. And it's just like, yeah, I know that. Like, why? Like, obviously I know that, and I try to do things about it. So it's just kind of like, it's always like an obvious, like, it's always like the one thing that you can't really control or something. Yeah. It's like they can't attack me for a lot of different reasons, but they can for my weight, you know?
Like, I had somebody at work call me fat. And I just said, congratulations, you have eyes. But, like, because he couldn't insult my working, because I was a good worker. He couldn't insult what I was doing, so then he just called me fat. And he was also someone who, like, absolutely hates his job, hates to be around anybody. Like, he just was always really quiet and was like, screw everyone. So, to me, I think it is just, like, lashing out.
You know? My cat is rubbing her face all over the camera.
Oreo!
Quit it. Quit it!
Oreo. This is kind of pervy.
Pervy.
Who is your favorite actor and actress, and how doable are they on a scale of 1 to 10? Oreo's head's gonna be peeking in. I see her ear. Oreo, get down! I think my biggest... I really like... Why am I blanking his name? Tom
Hiddleston?
Yes. I love Tom Hiddleston. And I really love Jake Gyllenhaal, but I think Tom Hiddleston wins. I'd marry him, so...
Like, of course I would.
Of course he's doable. Because I just think, like, he's an amazing human being, and he's a really good actor. Like, not just from his looks or anything, but, like, who he is. He just shows to be a really good person. So, yeah, I'd probably do him. And then I'll have to think of a female.
I am struggling. I always struggle with this. It's so bad because he kind of looks like our stepdad, but I'm going to have to say Simon Pegg because he's just like such a gentleman.
Okay.
If I wasn't in a relationship, and maybe if he was younger, and didn't look so much like my stepdad. It's like a mutual respect or something. It's hard to say, like, I don't want to seem like a creep. But.
And, like, female celebrities, I have a huge thing for, Gal Gadot. But there's no way in hell.
Who's that?
Wonder Woman.
Oh. Okay.
There's no way I could ever do her because she's extremely innocent and that's not allowed. And I really like Michelle Rodriguez. And she might be doable. But I also don't know. She's just really cool.
I think maybe that girl from How We Met. The one with the blue
Alexandra Daddario.
She's like so gorgeous, but I mean, not doable because I just don't feel that way. This is a really good one. If you could talk to yourself 5 years ago, what would your advice be? Put down the fork!
The what?
The fork! I mean, I would warn myself, like, hey, if you don't, like, figure something out, you're gonna freaking shoot up like a hot air balloon.
So if you could talk to yourself 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd probably tell myself, hey, because 5 years ago was 2013. I'd be like, in the end of 2014 and most, like, the very, like, half of 2015, you're going to lose a lot of weight. You're going to do really, really good for yourself. Keep it off.
Yeah.
Because I gained it all back. I gained, like, twice as much. So that's what I just tell myself to stick with what I was doing because it was healthy and it was really good for me, and then keep it up, and to not let the certain somebody walk all over me for 3 years.
I would say I was going to the gym a lot then, and then I fell off the wagon. And so I would say keep going, you know, don't get discouraged. I would also
make me believe it. What is one thing about yourself that you don't like, and why? I think mine's that I'm confident yet I'm insecure. So like I'm confident in who I am, like I know who I am, and I don't like it when like I won't let people mess with me, like you know that. But like I'm so insecure about my face. Excuse me. My face and my stomach that I like keep that from letting me like ever go out and hang out with people and stuff because I'm always thinking that someone's gonna say something. Even though most of the time when I do make myself do it, nothing happens. I'm just incredibly insecure about my own looks.
I'm super insecure about my back. I hate my back.
Which is crazy to me because I don't think your back's bad at all.
I mean, like, I know I'm big everywhere, but I feel like my back is just massive. Like, when I walk past my work, there's 2 sinks with 2 mirrors.
Is the video done?
Not yet. And I'll just see that, like, my upper back is huge and my lower back is huge, like, right above my butt. And I just, like, really hate that. What's your favorite song right now?
Woman Like Me by Little Mix. I freaking love that song.
I have quite a few songs right now. It's, I guess, like, right now, maybe Youngblood by 5 Seconds of Summer. I really like that song a lot.
What is your religion and what does it mean to you? Do you want to go?
Controversy. Okay.
I believe in squirrels.
Me too. I see them. Like,
Eric Matthews is my teacher.
So, I believe in God and Jesus. I don't like the Bible because of, like, it was written by man or men, not God himself. I try to follow Buddhist things, like Buddhist religion, but I don't see Buddha as my God, but I do see him as, like, a spiritual guide. Having things like my Buddha bracelets, my Buddha necklaces helps remind me that I need to stay calm and...
Are you going to be in the
Are you serious?
Oreo!
Oreo's in the video too. Oreo's in the video.
Oreo! Get down! You're doing it on purpose!
Move, Oreo!
Oreo! Will you take her out to the living room?
That's a chameleon.
You'll have to keep right when she's walking.
That's good.
I'll take words from a great man. It's almost like a Trivial Pursuit puzzle piece. But like how it has all the different, like there's the circle, then you have all the different colors when you win something. It's kind of like that. But he said much darker colors, but mine are still light colors.
Okay.
Danny Field.
Okay, of course. I also believe in God. I believe in Jesus, but I am more spiritual than anything. I have a lot of different beliefs. Like, I believe in nature and energy. Like, what you put out is what you get. So if you're a negative person, negative things are going to happen to you. And, I mean, obviously, things will happen to you that aren't the best. But, like, I think you get what I'm saying. And to me, it just means, like, having a relationship with God or your God or whoever you believe in, and being a good person and loving one another and just trying to be like the best you that you can be, as cheesy as that is.
What would you think 15-year-old you would think about you today? I can tell you that I would be like, holy holy shit, how'd you get so big? Like, because I thought I was big then, and looking back at pictures, I was like, oh my gosh.
You were pretty thin. You were pretty thin.
And it was like, it was Jerkface's faults that I was, like, thinking bad about myself, because I had a few people, like, not in school, I was, like, pretty, like, blended with all the groups of people at school, but, like, just in our group of friends, I had people who would tease me about, like, being fat and stuff, and, like, when I look at pictures, I'm like, you guys were asses, because I wasn't even fat. I was taller than everybody else, and I was, like, thicker.
Like, when you're bigger than anyone, though, you're gonna be called fat, even if you were just, like, a giant, thicker person, like you were.
Yeah. So I think that she would be very disappointed in the size I am, but proud of me being a teacher's assistant and having my driver's license and my high school diploma, because my high school diploma is something I thought I would never have. So I think there'd be some things that she would be proud of, 15-year-old me, and some things that she would be disappointed in.
I think that also 15-year-old me would be very upset with how big I am. Because I was big, I've always been big, but, like, I was not my weight now. And I think she'd be like, why didn't you change when you had the chance? And I also think she'd be proud of, like, mentally how I am and how strong, I hate saying that because I'm, like, conceited, but, like, how strong I am and the things that I've been through since then and gotten through them, and I'm still okay and I'm still here. But I think she'd be disappointed in my weight and in the fact that I'm not where I wanted to be but where I am now. So,
okay, well, we had to take a time out to go pick up my daughter from rehearsals because she's in a play. And now we are gonna have round two.
Round two.
Fight. I was waiting for that.
Oh my gosh, I look so stubby when I was on there. Shall I ask the first question?
Yeah.
If you could travel to any event in history, where and why?
Ooh.
Event? It's really hard. I'm so stoked for this. We just talk about weight loss and then we're like,
Yeah, well. Baby steps.
okay. Whatever you say. I like these kinds of baby steps.
That was too big of a bite, but
I'll join you. It's really moist.
that was a perfect kind of sweetness.
This is not rich.
Yeah.
It's just light. Light. How about let's just say it to, like, a time and why. Like, it doesn't have to be an event. Because I honestly can't think of, like, an event that I want to go to.
Sure.
If we have to say an event, since I really can't think of anything, it'll just be like Super Bowl 2011.
Why?
Because it was the Steelers and that's, I want to see them play.
Maybe the day Marissa was born and try to, like, or the day that I was going into labor and just go to Great Falls instead.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. I don't think anything different can change from that.
It's less torture for me. What is one of your favorite foods? One of mine would be, like, vegetarian popcorn chicken.
I was just thinking that your vegetarian chicken strips are probably one of my favorites because they're super delicious.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Because we can't take compliments. Favorite memory of each other?
Oh, that's a good one.
No. It's hard because there's not that many. No. And just look and see. Kidding. There's a lot.
I'm like sitting here going, gosh, there's so many to choose from. And then I hear it's hard because there's not that many. It's like, where have you been?
I can already tell you one of my favorite memories of us. You asking for a bite of my apple.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess I'll explain. We were, well, Kayla was really upset when we were kids and I was eating an apple. And she asked if she could take a bite before I even ever got a bite. And she took a bite and took half of my apple off. And I was so upset. But she was crying and laughing because that's what she does a lot. And I let it go. But, like, thinking back, I think it's hilarious.
Even though this one was a horrible one, it's still one of my favorites because it's ridiculous. You could have sliced me open with a pencil sharpener. We were fighting, which we did a lot, physically. And she threw a pencil sharpener at me. And I was like, that could have killed me. And I punched her in the face.
Yeah, you came around the corner and you decked me in the face. Cracked my tooth.
And then you don't have that tooth.
No, I don't have that tooth anymore. And then we went in the room and we were fighting some more. And I told her to get out and she wouldn't. So I picked her up, shoved her into the door, and the door went through the wall.
Yeah. Well, it was my room, so.
Well, I was upset, okay? So yeah, that's a good memory.
Yeah. There's just like
when you first moved here and I'd come to visit when you had your own place.
Yeah.
A lot of that is
Yeah.
like big memories for me because I'd come here and stay for like 2 weeks and we'd have like the most fun ever.
Yeah, that was fun.
Making videos.
Yeah.
There's lots of good memories, okay? If you could change one thing about the world, regardless of guilt or politics, what would you do? And I think if it was possible without any kind of like bad health repercussions, I'd make everybody vegan. Just because our planet would be in better shape if we did that. And to save the animals and everything.
I think I would stop the production of cars.
That's another good thing for the environment.
Because you'd go, oh, but how would you see your family that lives far away? Cars were never invented. People wouldn't have moved so far away from each other.
Exactly.
And then like, I feel like really processed foods would have never been invented because how would they get them to people from the factory and stuff? Like
horse in a carriage just going for days.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's things that would suck. Like, I mean, you wouldn't be able to, like, order things on Amazon and stuff. But maybe that's good. Like,
yeah.
I feel like that's probably what I would do. So
That's
you're
a
going
good
to have to
answer.
keep questions because nobody else asked me.
What is one thing you'd rather pay someone to do than do yourself?
Dishes.
Clean the litter box. Like, honestly, if I was rich, I'd have someone doing my dishes and cleaning my litter box because I hate dishes because it makes my hands feel funny. And I don't like wearing gloves because the sweat makes my hands feel funny. And I just think litter boxes are, like, the worst thing ever. But I want my cats, so, yeah.
Wow. I hate dishes so much.
Oh, and I'd probably have somebody pump gas for me because I hate pumping gas. The smell is just way too strong.
I love the smell.
What TV shows are you into right now?
I'm 24/7 into Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, you are. It's a good show, but she watches it a lot.
Because it's a good show.
Currently, I'm really hooked on Creeped Out, which I know is like meant for kids, but it kind of reminds me of Goosebumps, and it's really good. It's really intriguing. What do you hope to accomplish in the next 5 years?
I want to get my CDL, which is what I'm attempting to do actually Tuesday. I take the written test that day, so I'm hoping to get that. I'm hoping to go to college to get my early childhood development degree, and I hope to have a house.
That's I think pretty good goals. A lot can happen in 5 years. I think that reaching my goal weight is probably my first thing. And having the surgeries that I need to have, because I need to fix my stomach and I need to get my gallbladder taken out. And probably at least have a place of my own by then. And hopefully be with someone. Maybe starting a family, or at least someone that I know that I'm, like, being with the one that I know I'm going to have that with. Because a bitch gets lonely. What food do you absolutely hate.
Olives.
I think olives are like some of the best things ever.
I hate olives so much.
A food that I absolutely... Brussels sprouts. I think those are the worst things.
And I love Brussels
I got
sprouts.
to try them for the first time. You gave me this bowl that was like a mixture of
Buddha
veggies.
bowl.
And I remember I bit into one and I was like, oh, this is really good. And then I bit in the second one and I was like, oh. And I couldn't. It was so gross. No more. Where do you not mind waiting? This is probably going to be something like that most people don't agree on, but I don't really mind waiting at the license plate division place where you get like tags for your car, your registration. It doesn't bother me, like, because I just sit with my thoughts most of the time and I get so enveloped in what I'm thinking that it really isn't like a bother. I hate going to the DMV, but if I'm going to register my car, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Because I always go early enough that I don't wait that long anyways, so.
I don't feel like I really mind waiting in the grocery line unless I'm like in a huge rush. Like Walmart, I hate waiting because I feel like it takes forever.
I know,
and
I get really
want
impatient.
to get out of there fast. But like at Albertsons here, like whatever, like people get so mad. Like if there's 4 people, they'd be like, "Why don't they call another checker?" And I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just standing here waiting to pay for my groceries.
What is the stupidest thing you've done because someone dared you to? Oh.
Gave Trent a hickey.
What? Are you serious?
Yes.
What? Why did I never know this? This makes me very angry.
Cause it
For when I asked Trent out,
horrible.
he said yes, and I went, never mind, because I got really scared. Where'd you give him a hickey?
On his, let's see.
Like his butt.
No. It was either the neck or the bicep. I can't remember.
I'm so mad. Why?
Because I got fucking dared to.
I thought you were going to say the red chilies. The dried chili peppers.
Fucking Rick and snorting them?
No. Rick and Morty? Yeah, having to smoke dried hot red peppers.
Yeah, that was awful.
I remember red smoke and you were like, woo!
That burned so bad, and for like 3 days my throat was just on fire. But that still probably wasn't as bad as giving him a hickey.
He probably liked it way too much.
I'm sure he did.
I think one of them would be going in my skivvies outside and dumping a sled full of snow over myself.
Yeah.
Help! If you could... I'm sweating! That sound, what was that? What was that? Was it your nose? I don't even know what came out of it.
It was, I just like, I think it blew into my sweater and made that
I was
noise.
just like, Who gives you the courage to try new things?
My mom.
My mom. And, like, okay, like, if I'm around you, I get a lot more, like, confident to do things that I normally wouldn't do. And I think it's because, like, if I was, like, to go out wearing an outfit that I wouldn't normally wear and you were with me, I'd feel more confident because I'd know that if someone said something to me, they're not only dealing with me, they're dealing with you, too.
Yeah.
So and then they usually wouldn't. But, like, yeah, Mom is, like, the one that makes me feel confident to do, like, everything because I love Mama.
And, like, if I go out and somebody says something mean to me, I'm just like, I just get sad inside. But if we went out and someone said something mean to you, I'd be like, what? Excuse me? What'd you say?
I'd be like, you mess with the wrong sisters!
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, exactly. Run a business. What would it be?
Oh, that's hard. I have a few. I really want a food truck. I really want a, like, like a building that's full of like arcade games and like pool tables and stuff like that, and you just charge like a flat fee to get in, and then like everything inside is free. And then I really want a bakery, coffee shop, and a painting studio. So that's a lot.
I really want a like a makeup production. I want to be able to create makeup and palettes and all that. Like, I just think it'd be so much fun. Another thing that I want is like a clothing line, because I feel like that'd be cool. I'd go from like a size nothing to like a 7, so that anybody could have it, and it wouldn't matter. Like, hopefully anybody could have it. What would be harder for you to do? Tell someone you love them, or tell them you don't love them back?
I don't love them back. That would be so freaking
Yeah.
hard. Like, as bad as it is, there's been a couple people that are like, love you, and I'm like, love you, and on the inside I'm like, I don't like that.